Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me.
Yeah.
Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.
I really do this.
I'm a hybrid fan. I'm a stand-up man.
Yeah.
They be hating on the squads, but they really a fan. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.
Well. Man, sorry I'm a little bit late for this live stream. Had to handle some family business, but wow, what a season this has been. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I didn't watch the Hawks game, hanging out with my wife last night. So I didn't watch the game, but I was hoping for the Hawks to win. This is Mike Sports Vibes Ballin'. Don't forget to put the ballin' after the vibes. It's definitely going down. This is literally a Tankathon party. Shout out to Malik that's in the building. Shout out to AJ's in the building. Oh, man, Joel Embiid for Laurie Markkinen would be, they wouldn't do that. I would love it. I see where you going, but they're not doing that, bro. You're not doing that, bro. Would I do it? Yes. Heck yes. They're not doing that, bro. Sixers to the flag, and Clippers might make the finals. Clippers ain't making the finals, bro. They're not getting out the Wild Wild West. That's just my honest personal opinion. Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. But I don't see the Clippers getting out the West. It's too hard. There's too many teams. I don't think they're better than the Nuggets, even though they fired their coach. I don't even think they're better than the Warriors with Jimmy Buckets and Steph Curry. I don't think they're better than who else? OKC definitely. I don't think they're better than the Rockets. There's like 4 teams I got over the Clippers, bro. Shout out to Ron's opinion, don't matter. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. But yeah, so the Sixers lost, man. It's the Tankathon party. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit the subscribe button. It's definitely going down over here on Mike Sports Vibes. Don't forget to hit the like button if you haven't already. Shout out to A in the building. A, I did not watch the game. I didn't watch the highlights or anything. I'm about to put the scoreboard up right now, and I'm going to see who scored. I'm just happy the Sixers lost. It is a celebration, y'all. It's a celebration. The Tankathon party. Let's go, Sixers. Let's try to capture a flag, y'all. Let's try to capture the flag. Let's try to possibly draft a Dylan Harper. Best player available. That's how we're going to do it. If we got the number 1 pick, who's the best player available? That's Cooper Flag. If we have the number 2 pick, who's the best player available? That's a debate. It could be Ace Bailey. It could be Dylan Harper, depending on how you look at everything. If it's the 3rd pick, the list goes on and on and on and on and on. My whole point is this, y'all. I'm just happy we're going to get into the percentage about us keeping our 6th protected pick in 2025 NBA draft. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. But let's talk about the game. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Mike Sports Vibes Ballin'. Shout out to everybody in the building. So listen, tank party. The Sixers tanked perfectly. And I'm going to get into it. Let me get to this Hawks game. I'm trying to hold my thoughts back a little bit. Shout out to Teacher Guy Game. Hit that like button if you haven't already on both streams. If y'all can hit it on both streams, hit the like button on both streams. But listen, y'all. I'm going to keep it all the way real with y'all. I'm trying to calm my excitement down just a little bit for a little bit later in this live stream. And by the way, I'm watching the Phillies right now. The Phillies are winning 2-0, bottom of the 3rd, bases are loaded. So I'm not really sure what's going on, but they starting to jack some things up right now. But getting back to the Sixers, let me put the scoreboard up for the Hawks and for the Sixers. And I'm going to say this right now. I know people, and I'm not coming at anybody specifically, people are hyping up Adem Bona. And listen, let me say this right now. He's a backup. I don't see him being a starter. If he starts, I don't know how to think about it. Not saying he's not a good player, but I love his energy. He's a shot blocking machine. But I don't know about all that, bro. I think he needs to be a backup. And he'll be a very good backup center. Maybe. I don't know. Look, listen, backup, not starter. That's how I feel. We got to replace Joel Embiid with a starter. He don't got to be Joel Embiid. No one's going. There's not many players as good as Joel Embiid, so let's not even think of that, y'all. We have to make sure everything else is good. You know what I mean? Because we're not going to have that superstar center. I don't think so. We might get lucky. We might draft a Jokic. We might draft a Jokic in the second round. Let me talk that talk, ladies and gentlemen. Hit that like button, y'all. Hit that like button. It's a Tankathon party with your boy Mike Sports Vibes Ballin'. Y'all know those vibes over here. The Sixers lost to the Hawks. The Sixers lost to the Hawks. And they lost 124 to 110. Let me repeat that, y'all. They lost to the stinking Hawks. And I say stinking Hawks because it's something that's personal with me because they beat us in the playoffs when we had Ben Simmons. It's personal with me because they was hacking a Ben and Ben couldn't hit a free throw. It's personal to me because the Hawks beat us, and I don't think they should have beat us that year. I forgot what year it was, but they beat us in this game, which I'm happy about that. It's a love-hate relationship right now. The Hawks are 39-42, y'all. But the Sixers improved their overall record. What's going on, AJ Martinez? The Sixers improved their overall record to 24-57. Now, let me, and guess what? We're 12-28 at home. That's a dang on shame. All right, we went from contenders to pretenders within the first week of the dang on season. I'm going to get to y'all comments shortly, but I got to read some of this stuff real quick on this dang on, the scoreboard, right? So, Adem Bona, 18 points, 6 rebounds, 3 blocks, 3 turnovers, 1 steal, 1 assist. He's a blocking machine. 8 of 9 from the field, 30 minutes of play, 2 of 4 from the free throw line, 3 offensive rebounds, 3 defensive rebounds. I need that. If you're gonna be the starting center, I need you to have 10 rebounds, bro. Listen, I know Joel Embiid wasn't doing it sometimes, but Joel Embiid can get you 30 points. Can I talk that talk, ladies and gentlemen? There's a difference. There's a difference, right? But I ain't gonna sit here and cat. And look, Adem Bona, he is a better shot blocker than Joel Embiid. But Joel Embiid was very good on defense in his prime. But I ain't trying to make this a comparison between Joel and Adem Bona. But Adem Bona, in my opinion, just my opinion, maybe someone could persuade me and make me think otherwise. But shout out to Kaden, shout out to you. Everybody in the building, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We cover the Sixers and the Phillies on this channel. Shout out to everybody in the building. We're trying to get to my first 400 subscribers on this channel. So support your boy. Even if you're not a Sixers fan or a Phillies fan and you like the vibes, consider subscribing. We're going live for the playoffs, for the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference playoffs. So you know the vibes. Let's go. All right, let's get it. So he said, "Oh, I'm not really sure what that means, but I'm gonna ignore that comment." But listen, so we got Lonnie Walker had 12 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block. We have Ricky Council with 10 points. Off the bench, we have Colin Castleton, never even heard of the man, 16 points, 8 rebounds. He was amazing off the bench. Then you had Marcus Bagley with 20 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists. And yeah, that's pretty darn good. He had a double-double. So Marcus Bagley was in his bag. He was in his bag. Jared Butler had 25 points, 7 assists, 2 steals. He had 4 turnovers, though. And Lonnie Walker with 12 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. Now, let me get to the comments real quick. I'm going to read y'all comments right now before I get to the next segment of this live stream. So, Utah Jazz seem like a stupid team that would do that. Listen, bro. Malik, they're not trading Lauri Markkanen for Joel Embiid, bro. You're going to have to throw in like 3 first-round picks, bro. You're not getting Lauri Markkanen for Joel Embiid. Listen, what I wanted, yes. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't think that's happening. Shout out to Cadence. Shout out to, what T I say? Surrenders. Yeah, Surrender Sixers. Yeah. Bill Stewart says, I stopped watching them early. They really stink. Let's go Phillies in the NFL draft is soon. Let's go. Shout out to everybody in the building. Go to the, oh, y'all know the vibes over here. Hybrid Sports fan over here. On my other channel, Mike Sports Vibes, we cover the Vikings. On this channel, Mike Sports Vibes Ballin', we cover the Philadelphia Sixers and the Philadelphia Phillies. Shout out to everybody in the building. Hi, everybody. And then he said, Malik also said, Daryl Morey and Nick Nurse, Josh Herrick pretty much spend all of the all-season money on Paul George. I agree. Joel Embiid is going to be hard to participate. I'm not really sure what you were saying there. In the NBA free agent. Yeah, I don't think anybody's going to want him, to be honest with you. But again, you never know. Somebody might be the sucker of the NBA. I'm not saying, listen, I hope it happens for Joel Embiid, and I hope it happens for the Sixers organization, because Joel Embiid needs a new scenery. Joel Embiid needs a new scenery. Shout out to Christopher Real in the building. Now let's get to, I hope Embiid doesn't represent the Sixers for the ping pong ball. Oh my gosh. Jinx, yeah. Yeah, I believe that would be a jinx as well, man. I agree with that. Hopefully not. But I'm done with the dang on talking about the Hawks. I don't even care what the Hawks scored. Like, let me see what Trae Young. Did Trae Young play? They should have blown this team out. Trae Young had 36 points. Like, I ain't even worrying about none of that. Terrence Mann had, Karis LeVert had 31 points. It took all that to beat the Sixers. The Sixers are trying to tank. It took all that to beat the Sixers, y'all. My goodness. But anyway, let's get to the next segment, y'all. Let's get to the next segment of this live stream. It's a Tankathon live stream, y'all. It's a party over here. Y'all. It's a party. Now, let's share. All right, so share screen. All right, so let's get to, what are we going to start with? Should we start with the Joel Embiid news? Matter of fact, let's start with, let's talk about the Sixers keeping their top pick. So, let's talk about that. All right, so listen, y'all. The Philadelphia 76ers have the 5th worst record in the NBA. Meaning, since they were so terrible throughout the season, they have a 63.9% chance of keeping their 2025 first-round pick if they finish within. They have a 63.9% chance because they finished with the 5th worst record. Because the reason why we wanted to tank so bad is because if it's protected if it's 6 and up. After 6 and up, it could be the 7th pick, the 8th pick is going to OKC. So my worst nightmare is OKC winning a championship, right? And then on top of them winning a championship, get this, y'all, they get a top 10 pick. That would be absolutely terrible, right? So they have a 63.9% chance of keeping their first round pick if they draft within the top 6 picks. And I'm excited about it because at the end of the day, the season was a total waste. This was a waste of a season. As a Sixer fan, it was embarrassing to see what the Sixers put the Sixer fan base through. Because at the end of the day, right, let's keep it all the way real. For us to be contenders, signing Paul George, giving Joel Embiid an extension, giving Tyrese Maxey an extension, Caleb Martin, and yada, yada, Caleb Martin, KJ Martin, Kyle Lowry, wasn't banging with that. Reggie Jackson, who else? Eric Gordon, Andre Drummond for the backup center, yada, 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 yada. The list goes on and on, right? We were supposed to be contenders, not pretenders. And we're beyond pretenders. This was embarrassing. And the Sixer organization owes the Sixer fan base a top 6 pick. The NBA, I don't know, the Sixers especially, because they're the ones that put us through this. And I'm thankful for whatever pick we get. Best player available. First, I said it earlier in the live. If it's the first overall pick, we going Cooper Flag. You know what I'm saying? If it's the second overall pick, it's either Ace Bailey or Dylan Harper. If it's the third, maybe you go the center from Duke. You know what I mean? Or you go Trey Johnson or VJ Edgecombe. You know what I mean? It's this different ways you can go about it, right? But my whole thing is I don't want to overthink it, bro. I don't want to overthink it. Make sure you try to trade Paul George. Make sure you try to trade Joel Embiid in the offseason. And make sure you re-sign Quentin Grimes and pick the best player available. I don't care. Listen, bro. If you plan on trading Joel Embiid, it is what it is. I'm not drafting a center in the top 6 picks, bro. I don't care. That's my final decision. I don't care no more. I don't care. I'm not drafting a center in the top 6, bro. I'm not doing it. It gives me nightmares. Because I think about Nerlens Noel. I think about Jahlil Okafor. I think about Joel Embiid. I'm not doing it. I'm not. Give me the best wing player. Give me the so-called guard that's 6'6". You can put him as a wing. Yes, we'll be kind of. Listen, it depends on how we do things, man. I don't know how they're gonna do it. But I'm not passing up on the next great player just because we have Quentin Grimes, just because we have Jarrett McCain. I'm not drafting for need. I'm drafting who's the best. Who's the best available, and that's who I'm drafting. Can I talk that talk, ladies and gentlemen?
Talk that talk.
That's how I feel. That's how I feel, y'all. Because I'm tired of, listen, bro. The Hawks made a mistake when they traded back and drafted Trae Young. When they should have just stuck and picked and drafted Luka. I'm not being the Hawks. And I'm not going to just draft for a so-called, well, they just jacked the whole thing up. We drafted for who's the best. Who is the best available at the time when we draft, and that's the route we go. Let me get to the comments. We need McCain to come back and ball out. Maxey to ball out. PG quit for podcast and Embiid to get fully healthy and trade him. I think you left that out. And to keep that top 6 pick and get the best player available. Thank you, Teacher Got Game. Finally, we agree when it comes to that, because you was stuck on that center. And I'm not stuck on him like y'all. DFJ, what's going on, bro? I cut up the locks and I'm trying to get a haircut. My barber was sick and I couldn't get a haircut. I'm trying to get a haircut, man. I'm gonna do the sponge. I'm gonna keep a little afro, but I cut up the dreads because it was getting on my nerves. I needed a new scenery. I do miss him a little bit, but not a lot. You feel me? I miss him a little bit, just a little bit. Shout out to DFJ in the building, man. Shout out to my guy. We will have Joel, Drummond, Bona, maybe Yabi. No. Yes, you're right. Yeah, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Talk that talk. Shout out to DFJ. Shout out to my guy DFJ, man. If you're a Sixers fan, check out his channel, DFJ. He talks about the Sixers. That's my guy over there, man. Shout out to him, man. And salute to everybody that's in the building. Teacher Got Game, Malik. Hey, I'm going to get into your comments right now before I go to the next segment of this live stream. So, all right, so listen. All right, so my boy Malik said, Daryl Morey, Nick. All right, so Daryl Morey and Nick Nurse, Josh Harris pretty much spend all our offseason. Oh, I already read that. I hope Embiid doesn't represent. I already read that. Tyrese Maxey wasn't bad, but then again, he wasn't enough. Yeah, he wasn't enough. I can't really blame Tyrese Maxey. What did he have to work with, bro? As soon as Jared McCain went down, I cannot blame Tyrese Maxey. Yes, he wasn't the best this season, but man, who was? Who was good this season, y'all? Who was really good? We're going to say Quentin Grimes was probably the best all season since when we made the trade. That was it. Everybody else, bro, it's in the air, bro. It's in the air. It's in the air. Everybody had a bad season, bro. Besides the rookie, Jared McCain, before he got hurt, then Bona when he finally got the opportunity, and Quentin Grimes. Yabusele had a good beginning of the season, but at the end, he wasn't really trying. We trying to tank. I forgot about Kelly Oubre Jr. What happened to Kelly Oubre Jr., y'all? Like, he just disappeared off the dang on team. Like, I haven't seen. What the heck happened to Kelly? What happened to Kelly, y'all? That's a real question, bro. I'm being honest. I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not trying to be funny, y'all. I'm being so serious. What happened to Kelly? Was he hurt all season? Like, what happened to Kelly? Like, I'm lost. I'm lost with words with that, right? But yeah, let me get to the other news. So we have a 63.9% chance to keep our first round pick in 2025, right? In this draft coming up, I believe it's May 12th. And I'm trying my hardest to figure out, because I'm taking my wife out around that time. So I'm trying to see how I'm gonna do that for May 12th, because I want to go live so bad, but family over family over everything. It goes God, family, and everything else. You feel me? That's what I live by. God, family, and everything else. But all right, so to get the first overall pick, we have a 10.5% chance. We have a 10.5% chance. Is that high? No, it's not. But at least it's a chance, y'all. It's not 3%. It's not 1%. It's not 5%. It's not 7%. It's not 9%. It's a chance. Because we're trying to capture the flag, y'all. Can I talk that talk, ladies and gentlemen?
Talk that talk.
But I honestly, like I said, I'm thankful for what as long as we're top 6, we could be the 6th overall pick. Of course I would want the first overall pick. But I just want to be in the top 6. It don't even matter. Because at the end of the day, we was not supposed to have this pick. This pick was supposed to go to OKC because we're supposed to be contenders from the very beginning. So since it's not going to stay, since it's a chance that we can keep our pick, I'm thankful, bro. I'm thankful. And like I said, best player available, not for need. I'm not drafting the center unless say we get the 6th overall pick. If the dude from Duke, the center from Duke, Maliwak, if I jack this name up, my bad. Listen, I don't mean to jack his name out, man. It is what it is. I'm sorry, my bad. But at the same time, listen, if he's the best player available at pick 6, then draft him. But if he ain't the best player at 2, if he ain't the best player at 3, if he ain't the best player at 4 or 5, you better not draft the center. That's all I'm saying. Kelly got yeah, man, listen. Hey, listen. Kelly got to get fired. Elton Brand needs to get fired. Daryl Morey needs to get fired. All of them got to get fired, bro. Got to get oh man, I don't think she really be understanding what I be saying, man. Like I do want to get her on maybe one of these days, talk some sports. I might have her as a special guest one of these days. You know what I mean? One of these days. But all right, so we about to get to the next segment. Hold on. Before I even do that, let's put the Tankathon on real quick, y'all. Let's put the Tankathon on right now. If you want to see the screen, go to the other live stream. You'll see what I'm about to put on the screen. But I'm about to put the Tankathon on. Shout out to TuneIn Sports. I'm about to read y'all comments real shortly. Hold on. I'm going to read y'all comments shortly. But I got to put the Tankathon on real quick, bruh. Because it's a Tankathon party. It wouldn't be right if it's a Tankathon party, right? And I don't got the Tankathon simulator on, right? It wouldn't be right. So let's get right to it, right? All right. So ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. All right, let me read these comments real quick. All right, so we got, welcome to the team, Mike. I heard you will be doing play-by-play for the future champs. I will be doing play-by-play for the champs, but I wouldn't speak too soon, bro. Like, I'm telling you, I want the Cavs to represent the Eastern Conference, bro. I really want them to, and I think that DeAndre Hunter move was a very good pickup. But let's keep it real. Y'all ain't do nothing yet. The playoffs is about to start. See, there's levels to the game. What did Meek Mill say? There's levels to the game, young bull. That's what he said. See, the Celtics is young bull and all these other teams right now. They're the defending champions right now. They young bulls. They got to beat the champs. In order to be the champs, you got to beat the champs. So as much as I think the Cavs are the favorites to get out the East, they got to get through the champs. I don't think the Pacers have a chance. I don't think the Detroit Pistons have a chance. I don't think any team in the East, it's between the Celtics and the Cavs. The Knicks, they just not consistent. So I can't really put them on that level right now. I got to see it to believe it. I got to see it to believe it when it comes to the Knicks. But, yo, you got to beat them, bro. The playoffs and regular season is two different things. Let me say this. I'm going to break this down for all the Sixer fans in the building. Do y'all remember when the Sixers had the best record in the NBA? They had the first seed with Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons. Do y'all remember that? What did they do? Did they lose in the second round? They sure did. So having the best record, yes, it gives you an advantage when it comes to the last game. But that's it. That's it. That's the only advantage, bro. Now it's time to ball out when it's time to ball out. See, that's when your name is made. You know what I mean? That's why Michael Jordan is Michael Jordan, because when it came down to it, once he got past those bad boy Pistons, he said, hold my Gatorade, hold my drink. Nobody's going to stop me. I'm destroying anybody in the East. I'm destroying anybody that comes out the West. Can I talk that talk? Same with Kobe Bryant. R.I.P. to Kobe. Same with Shaquille O'Neal when they teammates. You know what I mean? Even when Shaq was with D-Wade. You know what I mean? D-Wade was doing his thing in the playoffs. LeBron James, for the most part, did his thing in the playoffs besides those 6 losses in the finals. But that's another story for another day. We ain't going to talk about that. Let me get back to this. Real quick. Because now I'm on a just long rant. Right? I'm on this long rant. What am I doing? Yeah, I got to test her knowledge. I would love to test my wife's sports knowledge too. Yeah, I'm going to have to. Should the Sixers be the first team to pick a WNBA? Nah. Not the Sixers, but I think a WNBA team should be in Philly. I agree with that. What'd he say? Hold on. Contenders a bit stretch. I would have said more like pretenders, but more competitors. The Pistons going to be in. I don't know about that. Pistons ain't beating them. They could. Kate could get hot. I don't know about Pistons is tricky. I hope not, because they got Tobias Harris. I'll be salty. I'll be so salty, bro. Excuse me. All right, so the Pistons are the East on the chip. I don't know about all that. We gonna see. The Cavs is the Cavs and the Celtics are the teams. Cavs didn't give up on him. He wasn't a great coach. More like decent, but I don't want to drink down Detroit. He's better in rebuilding. I'm reading these comments. Yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Shout out to JB, good rebuilder. Yeah, all right. Shout out to Samuel. All right, so let's get to the simulator. The simulator. If the Jazz get Cooper Flag, then the ping pong lottery is rigged. I hope not, bro. All right. Tankathon. I'm doing it, y'all. Please give me a top 3 pick. Keep it in the top 6. Let me be more specific. Let me say that. The first time. Oh my goodness. I did it for the first time, y'all. The first time. Who's on the live stream with me? Who's on the live stream with your boy Mike Sports Vibes Ballin'? Who's on the live stream with me, y'all? Who's on the live stream with me? Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Oh my goodness. I did the simulator one time. And guess what we got, bro? We got the first overall pick. Can I talk that talk, y'all? Are you kidding me? I can't believe it. Bruh. Y'all seen it. I'm not making this up. I don't even want to do it again, bro. I don't want to simulate, bro. Now imagine if I did it and we got the first overall pick twice in a row. What's the chances, y'all? What's the chances? Flag to the Sixers is a long shot. Yeah, it is a long shot, but once it happens, we're going to win the championship next year. The Sixers are capturing the flag. You already know those vibes. We capturing the flag, y'all. All right, now listen. I'm going to do it again. And I got to get to the next segment of this live stream. By the way, the Phillies is winning 3-0. The Phillies are winning 3-0. For those that don't know. All right, now listen. I'm doing it again. 1, 2, 3. 5th pick. I'm cool because we're not out of it. You know what I mean? I'm cool. Washington with the first pick. Utah with the second. Pelicans with the third. Charlotte with the fourth. Okay. So 2 out of 2. We going lower. We got the 6th pick. So 3 out of 3. We Gucci right now. Now, can we do 4 out of 4? 4 out of 4. We got the 6th pick. Oh, my goodness. Now, can we get 5 out of 5? 1, 2, 3. I love the Sixers, man. I love the Sixers. They're the best team at taking in history. And we are 5 out of 5 since we got the 5th worst record in the NBA. We have a 63, what's the percentage again? I forgot. 63.9% chance of keeping our pick. Now, 5 out of 5, y'all. 5 out of 5. I'm doing it live, so I'm not making this up. Y'all know the deal. I'm not making this up. And people want to hate. Yes. People are going to hate on the Sixers. Because when we beat the brakes off of them next season, when we make the playoffs next season, all that talk, they ain't going to have nothing. There's going to be crickets in the background. There's a storm coming. And the name of the storm is the Philadelphia 76ers keeping their top pick in the 2025 NBA draft. Top 6 protected. Can I talk that talk? There's a storm coming. All right. But speaking of, is this anything? Yes. That's what my grandma always said. And next time we go live, I don't know. Maybe, I don't even know. Maybe not tomorrow, but maybe Monday. Trust me, I go live a lot. You will see me, brother. Man, you will see me. But I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to keep it real with you. Is Dollar back? I'm not sure if Dame Dollar's going to be back. That's a key factor in the East. Because if Dame is healthy, that gives the Bucks an honest opportunity to do something. You know what I mean? That gives my bad, I'm looking at the comments. That gives them an honest opportunity to do something. Dame is a very, very good. And Giannis, they're going to need Dame. What's his name? What's the other player they just picked up in the what's their third best player? What's his name? I'm trying to think. What is his dang own name? I'm so irritated. How did I not remember this guy's name? What's his name? Hold on. I'm going to look this up right now, bro. I'm disappointed. What's his name, bro? Who's their third best player? Kyle Kuzma. So they got Kyle Kuzma. He all right. He a good role player. I don't think they're getting out the... Regardless, I don't think they're getting out the East, but they have a chance with Dame playing and Giannis playing at a high level. Y'all know how I feel about Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis had a double-double against the Pistons yesterday. They beat the Pistons 125-119. Bobby Portis is one of the best role players, 17 points and 10 rebounds. Yeah, so Giannis had 32 points. Kyle Kuzma had 10 points. Brook Lopez had 15. What am I talking about the Bucks for? Forget the Bucks. Let's get to the next segment. Let's get to the next segment of this live stream, y'all. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. It could be Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis could be their second best player. Actually, I got him as the third best player, I mean. All right, now let's get to some more news, y'all. This is unfortunate, bro. This is unfortunate. By the way, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Let me put this up. Let's talk about Joel Embiid. And I'm sorry, but not sorry. You know how I like Joel Embiid. I think he's one of the greatest Sixers of all time. But the man got to go. So Yahoo Sports, everybody should know this by now. It's kind of old. 76ers announced Joel Embiid has successful knee surgery. will be reevaluated in 6 weeks. Now, everybody knew this. Everybody knew he was going to get surgery. But Joel Embiid got to go. I can't take this no more, man. How many surgeries are you going to get on your knees, bro? Like, be real. We destroyed the Celtics with the king. Oh my gosh, right. Nah, we ain't doing that. But listen. So, this article, let me just read a little bit of this article, and we're going to. All right, so Carrie Anderson wrote this article. Shout out to her. The Philadelphia 76ers center Joel Embiid had successful arthroscopic, or is it arthroscopic or arthroscopic? I think scopic surgery on his left knee earlier this week. The team announced Friday. He will be reevaluated in 6 weeks. So about a month and some change. So they'll look at him again, right? And I hope he's healthy. I really am cheering for Joel Embiid. But I'm so over this, bro. I really am. Embiid was ruled out for the season in February after dealing with recurring knee issues. The team announced the decision to shut down Embiid to focus on the center's long-term health and performance. Yeah. At the time, the next steps for Embiid were not clear, but last week, the 2023 NBA MVP opted for surgery. It is Embiid's second procedure on the same knee, just over a year after undergoing surgery to repair a torn meniscus in February 2024. Excuse me, y'all. It's not looking good, man. Embiid has been dealing with a knee issue throughout the season. He missed the first 9 games. He missed all the. Why you just say the 9? He missed every dang on game pretty much. Don't just say the first 9 games. He missed the whole dang on season. Listen, man. I'm not trying to be funny, y'all. The man missed all the dang on games pretty much. Let's just keep it. Let's just call it like we see it, bro. We're not going to sugarcoat it. The man missed the whole season. The man missed the whole entire season, pretty much. Might as well say he missed the whole dang on season. With the team called left knee management. Yeah, they were trying to give excuses. Oh, left knee management. Bro, y'all should have shut him down before the Olympics. Y'all knew darn well this man had some problems with his knees before the Olympics. Joel Embiid needed to take accountability and not do that and get the procedure before he did the Olympics. That gold medal, look, I ain't hating on a gold medal. It's very important. But a championship is more important, in my honest opinion. Just my honest opinion. Maybe I'm wrong to some people, but a championship on your resume is a lot sweeter than a gold medal, especially when you're playing with the greatest players on the dang in the whole world. Literally, you're playing with the greatest players. It's not like you're playing with college players. You're playing with the greatest players. And I understand the whole world caught up with the NBA. I understand. Overseas players are running the NBA right now. Let's call it like we see it. I understand. When you talk about Luka, when you talk about Victor Wembanyama, when you talk about who else off the top of my head, SGA, the list goes on, right? But at the same time, bro, you got the best players in the NBA on your team. It ain't like you got like the Sixers roster. I'm not trying to be funny, man. I'm just being real. Listen, it's not like you got the Sixers roster in the Olympics, bro. Come on, man. I had to talk my talk real quick. Embiid consulted with doctor specialists toward the end of February before ultimately deciding he needed to take a new approach. This man Ben knew he had to take a new approach. This is all cat. Listen, this is a bunch of nonsense. The man was hurt before the dang Olympics, bro. That I'm gonna just keep it there. I don't even want to talk about this no more. Joel Embiid, get healthy. I hope the best for you. You know what I mean? I really do. I really hope the best for you, bro. But once you get healthy, I need you to get traded, brother. That's just my honest opinion. You know what I mean? That's just my honest opinion. He needs to be traded. Trade him. Yeah, there ain't nobody want to out-tank them. I don't believe he worked Yeah, he didn't work in the offseason. He didn't take care of himself like he should have. But listen, I look at it like this. And shout out to everybody in the building. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. But that's the bad news about Joel Embiid. I don't know if the man's going to play a full season again. He never really played a full season. Most games he played is 68 games in an 82-game season. But I'd rather for him to play 68 games than not just play 19 games in a season or 20 games in a season. I mean, goodness gracious. But let's keep it real. We all knew this, bro. When they started talking about knee management, we all knew in the back of our heads, yeah, something ain't right. The Sixers ain't telling us everything. Sorry about that. My allergies, y'all. The Sixers ain't telling us everything, right? And another thing, the medical staff, they got to, listen, they got to scram. They got to go. The medical staff, I don't care who they are, they got to go. They're absolutely, everybody in the front office got to go. Everybody got to go, bro. I'm not going to get more specific. I'm going to say just everybody got to go. We got to start fresh. So fresh is a clean. So fresh is so clean. Y'all know that song? So fresh is so clean. You know what I mean? Trade Embiid. Yeah, the Olympics was his NBA fight, bruh. And listen, you laughing, but you might be 100% correct, bro. Like, real talk. Mike, we need Embiid for now, bro. Listen, bro. I'm hitting you with the stop the cap. Automatic getting a stop the cap.
Stop the cap.
Matter of fact, I'm hitting you with 2 stop the cap.
Stop the cap. Really. Stop the cap.
Now, you got to explain to me some way, somehow. Why do you feel that way, bro? If you're talking about we need Embiid to get healthy so we can trade him, then yeah. But if you're talking about Embiid staying on the team to actually play for the Sixers for a season or two, his value is going to drastically drop. Okay, he might play, say he plays for the season, for a half of the season, and he's on an MVP level. Trade him. That's the highest level. That's the highest it's going to be when it comes to his value, right? So trade him. Do not get suckered in. Yeah, he's going to be healthy. We're going to win a championship with Joel Embiid. I'm sorry, but not sorry. And I don't want to sound like an Embiid hater. But the man got to go. He has to go. Trade him to anybody. But get him out of a Sixer uniform. And this is coming from a guy that likes Joel Embiid a lot. I love Joel Embiid as a player. Very great player. Very good player. But I'm not going to be, I'm not going to forget, yes, he will be good if he can happen to come back from this knee surgery, this procedure that they're talking about. But 20 games in the season, is he going to be healthy? Shoot. After the first 10 games, he put up MVP numbers. Trade him. Trade him. If Luka can be traded, anybody can be traded. Ain't no player in the NBA is untradeable. Maybe LeBron, honestly. And that's because of how he's one of the great. He's probably debatably the greatest player of all time. That's it. Ain't nobody trading LeBron James. Other than him, everybody can be traded. Anybody can be traded. That's just my honest opinion right there. Embiid is a superstar, and you need that type of talent to win. I understand what you're saying, Teacher God Game. I understand what you were saying. But we're talking about an injury-prone superstar. Don't forget the injury-prone in front of the superstar. Because if he messes his knee up again when you could have traded him, what the Sixers fans going to say? Daryl Morey, you should have traded him when you had the chance. I can hear it now. So you have to be proactive and trade Joel Embiid when you have the opportunity to trade Joel Embiid. Whenever that period of time is, from the first 10 games, first 20 games, first 30 games, when you get to the 50th game, I don't know when the trade deadline is, whatever game that is, Trade Joel Embiid, please. And Paul George better be gone too. Somebody gonna be a sucker and trade for Paul George. And I'm not saying Paul George is a scrub. I'm not saying Paul George is completely washed like some Sixer fans are saying, including myself sometimes. But I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I don't think he's washed. I just don't think he cares about being on the Sixers. I think he got the biggest bag from the Sixers, the last big bag that he's probably going to get in his career, right? The Sixers was willing to pay him, and he took the money, just like everybody else would. I'm taking the money. Y'all in the comments will take the money. So I'm not going to sit here in front like, why you take the money? I'll take the money too. Shoot, you want to pay me $211.6 million for 4 years? And I'm 34 years old, but not just 34 with knee injuries. I'll do it too. You know what I mean? But I understand. Joel Embiid, when healthy, is the best player in the NBA, debatably. Debatably, right? He won the MVP for a reason, right? But the problem is the win healthy part. That's what we cannot leave out anymore as a Sixer fan. As a person that's been a Sixer fan all my life, since I've been watching basketball, I've been a Sixer fan. I'm not going to keep a player that can't be healthy, bro. I just can't do it. I think he's a superstar, but he's not healthy. When healthy, he's a superstar. He sells the tickets in Philly. Parg need to come back next season. That wasn't the real. Oh, nah, bro. Listen, bro. I'm hitting you with the stop the cap too, bro.
Stop.
Listen.
The cap. Really. Stop the cap.
I can't take it no more, bro. I don't want to see Paul George in a Sixer uniform. It's worse for me with Paul George than it is with Joel Embiid. At least I know Joel Embiid was really, really hurt, bro. Like, Joel Embiid had a big behind brace on, running up and down the court. But he still looked like he was giving more effort than Paul George. You feel me? That's just my opinion. But I got to hit you with the nah, bro, for that too, man. You tripping with that, bro.
Bruh.
Hey, you tripping for that, bro. What if the 76ers had a real supporting cast or real words? I agree. But I think that ship has sailed. I could be wrong. What if Joel Embiid is healthy for the whole season and we win a championship with Joel Embiid next year? With Cooper Flag being the 9. I mean being the 4, I mean. You got Joel at the 5, Cooper at the 4 or the 3 or whatever position he wants to play. Mainly the 4. Get rid of Paul George. He has to go. Quentin Grimes at the 3. Jared McCain. They can rotate when it comes to Jared McCain and Tyrese Maxey at the 1 or the 2. That's a great lineup, man. I'm just saying. Or replace Cooper. My bad. Replace Cooper Flag with Ace Bailey. Put him at the 4. That's a good team. You know what I mean? But I don't know if I want to keep. I like Joel Embiid. I love Joel Embiid as a player, but I don't know. And by the way, everybody in the building, if you haven't already, make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We cover the Phillies and the Sixers on this channel, play by play. The Sixers are out of the playoffs, but I will be covering the Eastern Conference playoffs, play by play for the Cavs, and I will be covering probably the Celtics. I don't know. In the West, I still don't know what teams I'm covering. I really don't. I'm gonna keep it real. All right, so teacher got games in. Hold on. When Embiid played this season, he still dropped. Yes, but he wasn't good. It wasn't a good 25 and 10. See, numbers lie sometimes. Just like Tobias Harris when he was on the team, numbers lie sometimes. You know what I mean? And look, T.Y. brought up Tobias. Tobias was averaging, 17 points, 18 points or whatever, mostly his career with the Sixers. Them numbers are inflated. He's not that, in my opinion. He's not that bull. The numbers 25 and 10, it sounds good, and I love them. I love the numbers. But how efficient was those numbers? How was he on defense? He wasn't good on defense, bro. He was slow. He was slow. You know what I mean? And I'm just being honest with you, bro. Like, when it comes to Joel, bro, I like Joel. LeBron and Bradley Beal are untouchable. Huh? I'm going to hit you with the stop the cap with that.
Stop
Bradley Beal.
the cap. Really. Stop the cap.
Boston, OKC, and Cavs have a good enough roster to make the playoffs without. If you take Jaylen Brown off the Celtics or Jason Tatum off the Celtics, yeah, I think they'll make the playoffs because it's the Eastern Conference. But if they was in the West, they probably won't make the playoffs. I don't know. They got a good team. If you take SJ off that team, they're going to be a play-in team in the West, bro. I'm sorry, but not sorry. They're going to be a play-in team, bro. Without SGA, I don't care what they got on their team. SGA makes that team run. That's like when you took Michael Jordan off the team when he was playing baseball, whatever. Scottie Pippen got this team to the playoffs. But guess what? Was they winning it? Not even close. Nah. Boston, OKC, Cavs have a good enough. Who is the Sixers going to draft? I have no clue. Best player available, bro. Best player available. It's not Embiid's fault. His supporting cast was Eric Gordon. I agree. That's Daryl Morey for thinking that was a smart idea. Sometimes these GMs overthink it. But it is Joel Embiid's fault for playing in the Olympics. It is Joel Embiid's fault for not being in shape, meaning a little bit overweight, right? Those are the things he needs to take accountability for. Because if you was trying to win a championship, you would have never played in the Olympics, bro. Let's keep it real. He has to take a little bit of criticism, y'all. As much as I like Joel Embiid, I'm not going to sit here and just be like, yeah, I'm a Joel Embiid supporter. No, Joel Embiid can do no wrong. No, heck no. The man was out of shape. The man was hurt. He was hurt before the Olympics, possibly. Or he got hurt in the Olympics. Either way, he shouldn't have played in the Olympics. You have not played ever in his career. He never played 70 games in a season. He never played 69 games in a season. So why would you? Never mind. I'm not going to get into it. I'm just like, listen, he has to be criticized in a respectful way. I'm not going to come at the man and say he's garbage. I'm not going to come at the man and say he's not good. He's washed. Because I know if he's healthy, he's a top 5 player in the NBA. Right? PG was hurt too and gave up on his podcast. With him, make your decision before trade deadline. Nah, bruh. Listen, bro. He gotta go. He don't fit the Sixers culture, bro. He gotta go. Skedaddle, hasta luego, adios, amigo. Like, what's the other word? Adios, hasta luego, hasta la vista. Get the stepping. Get the stepping off my team. Paul George, get the stepping off of the Sixers. No, we not doing that, bro. Nope. I'm not letting y'all get away with it. I'm not. Tobias stabilized or listen, bro. He ain't stabilized anything. He wasn't good enough for the amount of money we was. No, I'm not trying to hate on the bull for the money. He got his money. It is what it is. When it came down to it, he just wasn't that bull. I'm just gonna keep it there. I ain't trying to come at Tobias. Know what I mean? I'm happy the Pistons are doing their thing, but nah. He wasn't good enough, in my opinion, to be at one point he was part of the big 3. Is he considered a big 3 player? His production on the court, his defense is average at best, right? Not trying to come. Look, see, I don't want to sound like I'm hating on this man, because I'm not hating on him. I'm just keeping it real. When his fathers try to say he's an assassin defender, assassin scorer, bro, When has he ever been an assassin scorer consistently? Yes, he'll have moments where he'll score 30-something points. Come on, bro. Listen, bro. I'm cool on. Listen, bro. I don't think Embiid is the Sixers' problem. It's Paul George. Yeah. Bradley Beal can't be traded. Literally, he got a no trade clause. And and the team that did that is the just lost cause, bro. I like Bradley Beal earlier in his prime, but nah, that was not a good contract. Suns wanted him gone, but they couldn't get rid of him because he had to wait no trade. Yeah, okay, I got you. Yeah. If Luka can be this for being overweight, so can discipline. Yeah, I agree, but I'm ready to get away from Joel. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Joel hasn't made it to a chip, and Joel won't make it to a chip if he don't stay healthy. Like, period. Look, I'm just keeping it real. It's black and white, right? On the paper, like it's black and white. It's like it's right in front of you. The man can't stay healthy. And I wish I was wrong. I wish I didn't even have to say this. I don't want to talk about Joel Embiid and say, oh, we need to trade him. I don't want to do that. But at the same time, as a Sixer fan, how many more times do you want to go through the same thing, expecting a different result? If he's healthy. What's the definition of insanity? You keep on doing the same thing multiple times, right? You're doing it multiple times, right? Expecting a different result. You keep on doing the same thing. Like, if say I'm at the I'm making a bet, right? And I keep losing. I get those $5 or $20 scratch offs. And I got $1,000. And I spend $500. I spend half of that money on $20 scratch offs, and I only made $50 back. So I lost $500 or $450. Am I going to spend the other $500? The other $550? Knowing darn well I keep losing? Why would I keep doing that? Why would I keep doing the same thing, expecting a different result? Knowing Joel Embiid cannot stay healthy. And I hate saying that because y'all know how I feel about Joel Embiid. I got a dang on. Hold on. Where is it at? Hold on real quick, y'all. I got a dang on doll. Hold on. It sounds weird, but let me show y'all this real quick. Listen, y'all. Listen, real quick, y'all. Listen. I got a Joel Embiid doll. I bought a Joel Embiid doll from a sports store down the street, like 20 minutes from me, right? Got the tag on it. I paid $19.99 for this thing, man. Number 21, former MVP, scoring champ twice, a gold medalist, one of the most unguardable centers of all time when healthy. But at the same time, in between time, and by the way, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We cover the Sixers and the Phillies on this channel. And I will be going live for the playoffs, for the Eastern Conference. All right, in the Western Conference. But listen, like, let's keep it real. This is the doll. Why would I put my confidence in a player that hasn't been healthy? Why wouldn't I try to trade him? Yes, if you want to be super optimistic and a delusional like I am most of the time when it comes to the Sixers, I love this team. Basketball is my favorite sport. I like that way they dribble up and down the court. What do you say? I'm so deaf on the microphone. I think that's Bow Wow, right? But listen. So listen, y'all. I'm big when it comes to the center position. Centers are my favorite players of all time. I love centers. And I want to be optimistic with Joel Embiid. But what's the definition of insanity? Why would I try? I can't do it, bro. I can't do it. You either a Joel Embiid fan or a 76ers fan. At this point, I don't fall in players. I am a fan. I am a fan of the team. I'm a fan of Joel Embiid too, though. But Joel Embiid need to go to a new team, bro. That's not me hating on Joel Embiid. I'm just keeping it real. Listen, we'll trade Joel Embiid to the Cavs. Give me Jarrett Allen. Give me Mobley. And give me DeAndre Hunter. And give me 3 first-round picks. Hold on, y'all. Man, my allergies is getting me, y'all. My allergies is getting me, y'all. But listen, so, Mike, if you, all right, hold on. All right, so my Cavs never trade Mobley for Embiid. Y'all can keep y'all damaged goods. Nah, bro, you can take them, bro. Mike, if we win a chip next year, you got to apologize to Joel Embiid. I will apologize to Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid will be the greatest player of all time in my eyes over Michael Jordan. Joel Embiid will be the greatest Sixer of all time over anybody, just my opinion. I will apologize to him. I will have a whole live for an hour to apologize to Joel Embiid. My bad, bro. I want to trade you, bro, because you kept getting healthy. But I have a right, and all the Sixer fans all around the world, you don't got to be from Pennsylvania. You don't got to be from Philly. If you're a Sixer fan from anywhere, New Jersey, any state, we have a right to be feeling the way we feel. Joel Embiid is always hurt. Yes, they did not build around Joel Embiid like they should have. I understand that. But at the same time, the man's always hurt. You don't got to always be hurt all the dang on time either, right? Let's keep it real. Do you have to be hurt all the time? Do you? Do you have to be hurt all the time? By the way, make sure y'all hit the like button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Can I get 20 likes on the stream? Can I get 20 likes on the stream? Shout out to each and every one of y'all. I'm about to get off. I got to get some Dago tea. I'm coughing on the dang on live stream. Watching my Phillies win. They're winning, I think, 4-1. Yeah. But this is I'm over it, bro. I like Joel. Voted like a dollar store lawn chair versus the Boston Celtics. His running mate that finished second and MVP actually won the chip that year. Yeah, but they have better coaching, a better organization, a better team. That's just my opinion. Y'all not winning with Embiid as y'all best player. Listen, when healthy, I think we can. But he ain't never healthy. So that's why I'm on the mindset of trading him, bro. Yeah, seasonal, bro. Oh, my goodness. As soon as I walked outside, I would start to sneeze and cough. Or I start to feel it in my nostrils, bro. Yesterday, I was live. And out of nowhere, I just started coughing, bro. I'm like, oh, my gosh. I said, let me get some tea. Yeah, allergies for me. Listen, I got to probably take that Claritin or something, bro. Like, allergies for me. I love spring, but I can't stand spring, too. Especially when people be cutting the grass and you smell the grass, oh my gosh, it jacks me up, bro. I gotta take a Benadryl or something, bro. It be jacking me up, bro. I ain't gonna sit here and cap. But shout out to everybody in the building, man. I really appreciate y'all vibing with me. Don't be enough, right? That's what I'm saying, bro. I might need to get something a little stronger, bro. But I just feel like, yeah, I like springtime. My favorite season, I'm gonna tell you my favorite season, bro. Is fall. I like fall. I like looking at the leaves of the trees. I don't like raking the leaves, but I like looking at the leaves, the different color leaves and all that. You're a fall guy too? I'm a fall guy. The weather can be hot, can be cold, can be not really cold, but like not too hot, not too cold. It's like in the middle. Spring it's just everything wanting to bloom. The dang on trees is blooming, the flower trees and the dang on flowers. It's too much. It's a lot going on. Summer be over the top when it comes to just being hot. It's too hot for no reason. It'd be like 100 degrees all the thing on time. You know what I mean? Fall is like a perfect medium for me, bro. And then winter's believe it or not, winter's my second favorite season. And the only reason why I like winter is because I don't got to worry about my allergies, all like that. I don't got to worry about the grass being cut. I don't got to worry about, what else do I like about winter? I don't like the winter, but at least you could put clothes on to get warm, to get, you know what I mean? To pretty much, to stay warm. When it's summer, you got to take clothes off. It's the opposite. But yeah, I'm a fall guy too. Perfect weather for me. Not too hot. The perfect temperature. 75, 80 degrees with a breeze. A small breeze. 75 to 80 with a small little breeze. And I'm Gucci. Favorite temperature, bro. But I'm going to get off. Have a wonderful day. I'm going to get this dang on tea. This elderberry tea with the ginger. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all vibing with me. It's going to be a long off season, man. I can't wait to the draft. I can't wait to cover the draft. I can't wait. I cannot wait to cover the draft. I can't wait till the off season, like what they're going to do with Paul George and Lemon Juice. You're right. Lemon Juice, Paul George and Joel. Like, I can't wait to see what they're going to do. Is Quentin Grimes a real possibility that the Sixers are going to be like, all right, we're going to definitely keep him. We're going to pay him what he wants to get paid and keep him. So that's another question. Jared McCain, I hope he's healthy. I hope Tyrese Maxey is healthy in this offseason. Don't do nothing extra. Live your life, Sixer players. Just don't be doing nothing crazy. You feel me? Live your life. Do your podcast. Do whatever you want to do. But I don't want to see you playing in the Olympics. Well, the Olympics ain't here. But for instance, right? What's the thing that I don't want them doing? It's their life at the end of the day. They want to jump. What's the bungee jumping and doing weird? I don't know. Just whatever. Jumping out of planes. And sometimes the pickup games on the streets, it might not be the best thing. And I'm just saying. I mean, I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. But I did see Joel Embiid. He was where was he at? In Philly? Well, he was playing street ball. And he did like a windmill slam on like a civilian. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know where that was at. Was that in Philly? I don't even know where that was at, bro. Embiid to the finals. Let's go. So now Teacher got game. Want to replace him with what's his name? Maluwak. Now all of a sudden he on the Joel Embiid bandwagon. Come on, stop the cap. Hey, listen, Teacher got game.
Stop.
Listen,
the cap. Really?
Now he got look.
Cap.
Not giving up on my superstar. Nah, bruh. Nah. It's not that we giving up on him, bro. It's the fact that this man ain't never healthy. That's it. We ain't giving up on Bull. I hope he has a great rest of his career. But maybe in another uniform. I don't know. If it's in Philly, if it's with the Sixers, so be it. But I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm trying to keep it real. I'm trying to be optimistic. Maybe he gets Listen, I don't want to think about injuries. I ain't want to think. If he stays with the Sixers, he's not going to get injured no more. I'm going to say that. We got to speak things into existence. You know what I mean? But my goodness, I'm nervous. Every time he falls on the ground, every time he gets a rebound, jumps up and gets a rebound, every time he jumps up and gets a block shot, anytime he's running on the fast break, anytime he's doing a Euro step, maybe he might step on somebody's foot, doing a Euro step. Maybe when he gets a rebound, defensive rebound, offensive rebound, he step on someone's foot. I'm nervous when it comes to Joel Embiid. I really wish I could talk to Joel Embiid right now, man. Like, I wish I could talk to him and be like, yo, Joel Embiid, I think you were a great player. You're one of the greatest Sixer players of all time. But what is it about, like, what are you doing that you think you need to change so you can be healthy? What do you need to change? And I'm hoping he says diet. I'm hoping he says physical training, PT. I'm hoping he says stuff like that. Getting a head chef that maybe he might need to go vegetarian. I don't know, bro. I don't know, but I hope he says stuff like that. Because the one thing I want to say is people need to take accountability, including superstars. Including superstars, bro. That's just how I look at things, bro. It's time. Yeah. No, I don't know, man. Listen, bro. I ain't trying to be it's insane because I'm keep on running it back, knowing the results. I'm trying not to be like that, bro. But if it happens, it happens. But one of them got to go. Either Paul George or Joel Embiid. They both can't come back, bro. One of them. Flag, Harper, and Bailey will help push the Sixers culture forward, hopefully. Right. I agree. When y'all get a chance, look up Trey Johnson from Texas. They're not talking about him as much. I like Trey Johnson. He's a bucket. I like Dylan Harper more, obviously. I like Ace Bailey, and of course I love Cooper Flag more. But I like Trey Johnson too, bro. And you want to know something even crazier? I actually like Trey Johnson more than VJ Edgecombe. Is that crazy to say? I don't know. But I gotta get off. But man, the Sixers got a lot of work to do. This is the most important offseason in 76er history. Real talk. This is the most important offseason. I wish I would have brought y'all on the show, man. I wish I got to talk to somebody because this talking to myself. I'm not talking to myself. I'm reading y'all comments and speaking. I'm gonna have to have y'all on the dang on Tankathon show. When the next Tankathon show, can somebody join the live stream? You don't have to, but I would like if one of y'all, anybody, Teacher Got Game, Tune In Sports, anybody. It don't matter who it is, bro. Malik. I would like to see, like, Malik, it could be you, bro. Anybody. Now, I'm going to tell you this right now. Teacher Got Game. I'm going to tell you this right now. I love Joel Embiid as a player. But at the same, and T.Y. said, every player that Mike has stepped on has went. Nah, stop it, bro. Look at the great Ben. Oh, my gosh, bro. He said the great Ben Simmons? T.Y. Hey, T.Y., I'm calling you out, bro. You my brother from another mother, bro. But listen, bro. You got to stop that, bro. I call it like I see it, bro. And when I seen what Ben Simmons did to this organization, I picked the Sixers over Ben Simmons any day of the week. Ben Simmons quit on the team. Let's call it like we see. Bro, we saw what he was doing. Had his phone out, not trying to practice, requested a trade. I'm not keeping no player that wants to be traded. Ben Simmons was never, in my personal opinion, really, well, now he's held accountable. But people make it seem like when people say something about somebody, we trying to come at them really, like we really coming at them. Nah, I'm keeping it real. It's just like my son, right? My son plays soccer, right? If my son said, Dad, I don't want to play no more, why? You just gonna quit? Why? Because your team is bad or your team isn't good? Well, I don't, and you quit. I'm gonna be like, yo, you got to be held accountable. I'm gonna tell him, look, we're not gonna be quitting just because. First and foremost, step your game up. What can you do to make your team better so your team can be successful? Maybe you're doing something wrong. My son plays goalie and he plays he's a defender too. So if you goalie, you the last line of defense, and you letting them goals go past you, then you need to step your game up. Same thing goes with Ben Simmons. He couldn't shoot the free throw. He was breaking for chicken at the free throw line. Let's keep it real. I'm calling out him because every Sixer fan should do it. Not saying to be disrespectful and be like, oh, he sucks. I never said Ben Simmons sucks. He's one of the best defenders the Sixers had in a while. He's very good. Like when I say he could guard 1 through 5, depending on who the center is. If it's Jokic, he's getting cooked. If it's Bam, he might get cooked. Victor Wembanyama, he's getting cooked. If it's Joel Embiid in his prime, or healthy, he's getting cooked. If it's Towns, he getting cooked probably. Who else is a good center? He getting cooked. But other than that, if it's just an average center, bro, he could guard 1 through 5, bro. He literally is that bull on defense. When it comes to offense, he doesn't shoot the ball. He has no offensive game. He has no hook shot. He passes up wide open layups. And he'd rather just dunk the ball than do a layup because he's scared to go to the free throw line. If he misses the layup, he don't want to go to the free throw line. You can't run a half-court offense because nobody's going to guard him in a pick and roll because he can't shoot. He's not a threat to shoot the midi. He didn't develop his game. Free throws, he didn't develop a jump shot, and I don't want to care, well, he did it in the off season, in the summer. What did he do in the regular season? Not a dang on thing when it came to him shooting. So all I'm saying is, it's not me saying Ben Simmons is this bad guy. I don't know the man personally. I don't know none of these players personally. I'm just calling it like I see it. I could be wrong. Maybe he is the MVP. T.Y. said he's the MVP. But I disagree. I disagree. This man has never been close to winning MVP. And the reason why he was really good is because of who? There was a player that his number is 21. Commands a double team. All you gotta do is throw it down low to him. That's easy assist. Throw it up to him. Alley-oop. I mean, come on, man. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? When it comes to Ben Simmons, he was not worthy of that. Man, now y'all got me talking about Ben Simmons. I ain't even trying to talk about Ben Simmons, bro. Ben Simmons is not worthy to be in a Sixer uniform. And then he said on one of the podcasts, I don't know which one, he was like, man, like in other words, he regret, like he misses the Philly fan base, in other words. He wish if he could go back to the Sixers, he probably would. That's what he was saying, right? We don't want Ben Simmons back. Not even in a limited role. Ben Simmons, the past got to be the past. It's like an old girlfriend, right? Leave the past, right? If you break up with her, yeah, you can forgive her. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, what, you want to just keep taking her back? You just going to keep doing it? I don't see what the point is. If you quit, you got to leave. You got to stay going. Like if Joel Embiid said, I want to leave, he got to go. That's not me hating on him, but Joel Embiid got to go. Straight up. Ben Simmons might make the finals before. Nah, the Clippers ain't getting to the finals. Ben Simmons in his prime, yeah, his prime is Joel Embiid's prime. The reason why Ben Simmons was that good was because of Joel Embiid, bro. I'm trying to tell you, bro. Ben Simmons, nah, bro. He said, get rid of that Vikings jersey. I'm going to end it on that note. I'm going to end this live on that note. Shout out to everybody in the building. Y'all know the vibes, man. Hit that like button on your way out. Hit that subscribe button on your way out. Salute to everybody. Y'all know the vibes. Teacher Got Game, Tune In Sports, TY, everybody. The list goes on. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. We doing it. Big. Oh, My Sports Vibes balling. We cover the Sixers and the Phillies on this channel. And we will be doing card reveals as well. And I will be covering the Phillies play-by-play, some games, not every game. And I will be covering the playoffs for the Eastern Conference and Western Conference for the Philadelphia 76ers. Sixers have no chance of making the playoffs. All right, so I'm out. Y'all know what I was saying. I'm out. Peace out. All you Knicks fans, I feel sorry for you. All right, y'all. Peace out, y'all. God bless and be easy. Peace.
My Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. My Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go. I really do this. I'm a hybrid fan. I'm a stand-up man. They be hating on the squads, but they really a fan. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.